25-inch bar and chain on an MS462. Green chain. Looks like I got a yellow bar. So I've got a 25, a 28, and a 36-inch bar for a 462 CM. I've got a 400 that'll be coming at some point. That will get the .25-inch bar, and I've also got a 20-inch bar that I'll go back and forth on depending on need. So a little bit more length on that. We'll be good to go. Big thing that we're doing today is putting a bark box on it. But since I'm pulling the bar off, I might as well change that out at the same time. Looks like I got a little dirt on there. Alright, not a whole lot to it. Four screws. And some Loctite. Well, you guys won't see me working on saws a whole lot. While I am Stihl certified level 1 and 2, I don't do a whole lot. Just service my own saws. And there's millions of videos out there. Well, probably hundreds of videos out there. People showing you how to work on saws that are more qualified to do so than I am. I used to work for Ace Hardware. So I got the training while I was working there, and I also took a small engine repair class and got certified years ago, but that was more so for my own benefit. I just like being able to work on my own stuff, and I'm one of those people that's constantly learning. I'd rather watch how it's made or History Channel than a movie any day of the week. Alright. Long screws on the bottom, short screws on the top. If you're Saw's M-tronic, no manual carburetor adjustment needed. Now, however you feel about M-tronic versus not M-tronic, you know, it's kind of neither here nor there. If you have one, they work good. Some old school guys just like having that manual adjustment, and either one's fine. I like it. I haven't found any issues with it. I think you're good either way. You know, go with what you enjoy. I will tell you there is a significant difference in weight between the two. This one's probably about twice the weight of this one. Yeah, we're not really talking a terrible amount in the grand scheme of things, but still, you know, weight adds up. Especially if you're lugging it around all day. But, you know, you can offset that weight by just going with a lightweight bar. I don't, because for me, I don't have a need for a lightweight bar. I don't carry the thing around all day. You know, with my business, the idea is that I'm splitting, not cutting. So preferably, the cutting will already be done, and I only have to do it if you're paying me extra to do so. But that doesn't mean that you don't run into stuff every now and then that you just need more for. For those of you that are not terribly familiar with Loctite, or not necessarily mechanically inclined or anything of that nature, a little bit goes a long way. You don't need to drench the thing in it. If you put enough torque on it, theoretically, it should hold it. Your Loctite's just a safety measure. If you take a look from the factory, they don't put a terrible amount on there to begin with. You're just kind of putting, and there's too much. Like the old saying goes, a little dab will do you. Probably should have grabbed some paper towels, but yeah, whatever, that works. It is a bit top heavy, so if you just hand thread one of them screws in there, you don't have to fight with it to get the other three in there. Would recommend just keeping it loose until you get all four worked in there, and then you can snug them down. Loctite generally sets pretty quick. But, you know, if you want to snug them all down, each one right away as you're putting them in, that's on you. If you're OCD about how things line up, you got a little bit more leeway. But to give you a nice big hole for your screw, while to play in it. I like it where it's at, so I'm just going to go ahead and snug them on down. You know, and looking, I didn't really see anywhere where they give any torque specs. So, just put a little hand tight on there, snug it up. And your Loctite will do the rest on keeping it there. Alright, that's that. I'm just gonna throw this other bar on here. I do have one other piece of kit on here for this, but I don't know that I'm going to put it on anytime soon. We'll see how it goes. I've got the West Coast Saws felling dogs. I've got these same dogs on my 290, and I really like them. This middle dog here lines up with the lower edge of your bar. So it's a lot excuse me, a lot easier lining up your undercuts. I like the design, but you lose a little bit of bar length because the teeth are a little bit longer. But you know, 25, 28, 36 inch bar. I'm not sure that at that point it's really making that much difference. Still hit or miss on these captive nuts. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. And right now, I am really not liking this. Because as you can see, she don't want to turn. So this whole video might be just thrown away. Rather than things working it's got to be a pain in the ass today. So what had happened was the chain jumped off of the sprocket. And that's kind of important. Alright, now that it's on the sprocket, like magic. Not everybody is a fan of wearing gloves. If your chains are sharp, you tend to keep more flesh if you wear them. Alright, let's fire this up and see how it sounds. I'd say it sounds pretty good. Get a little more pop, a little more crackle. But we'll see when it's in the cut and see what kind of improvement we get, but I certainly like the sound. And I'll shoot another video if I decide to change out them dogs.